I don't know why I'm telling you this, but maybe some stories don't leave a person alone until they're spoken out loud. You ever walk into a place and feel, without any proof, that something is terribly wrong? That's exactly what happened to me 3 winters ago in a forest I thought I knew like the back of my hand. My name is Samir, and that evening I wasn't looking for anything unusual, just a quiet walk to clear my head after a long week. Snow was falling lightly, soft enough to mute every sound. But even in that peaceful silence, something felt off, like the woods were watching me. I remember thinking, why does the cold suddenly feel heavier? I had no idea then that I was walking toward a hanging body. The first strange thing I noticed was the silence, not the normal winter quiet. This was different, heavy, as if the trees were holding their breath. I slowed down, my boots crunching on the thin layer of snow, each step sounding too loud, too sharp. I remember looking up at the branches and wondering why not a single bird was perched there. Even crows avoid danger, right? I kept walking deeper into the woods, trying to shake off the uneasy feeling creeping up my spine. Maybe it was just the temperature shift. Maybe I was tired. Maybe, just maybe, I was overthinking everything because I had been alone too much these past few months. That's what I told myself anyway. But then I saw footprints. 2 sets. One was normal, someone walking with a steady pace. The second set? Dragged, as if someone had been pulled or resisting. I froze. My first thought was logical. Maybe someone slipped. Maybe someone got hurt and was carried. But the dragging marks were too long, too uneven. They didn't look like someone helping. They looked like someone being taken. My breath fogged in the cold air, trembling slightly. I followed the tracks slowly, telling myself it could still be perfectly explainable. But the deeper I went, the more the trees started to feel like walls closing in. The tall pines leaned over the narrow path like silent witnesses. A thin layer of wind brushed past me. It carried something faint, metallic. I sniffed again. Blood? It couldn't be, but the smell stuck in my mind and wouldn't leave. I whispered to myself, "Samir, turn around, just go home." But something kept pulling me forward. The footprints grew fresher. Snow hadn't settled inside them yet. Someone had been here, minutes ago. And then I saw the rope. At first it looked like a stray branch hanging lower than the rest, but as I got closer, my heart started pounding. A thick rope dangled from a high branch, swaying gently even though the wind had stopped. "What the hell?" I muttered, stepping closer. The rope wasn't new, but it wasn't old either. It was tied in a perfect noose, a deliberate knot, the kind someone practiced. My stomach twisted. That's when I noticed something even worse. The footprints ended directly under the rope, but only one set walked away. "What happened here?" I whispered, my breath shaky. I pulled out my phone instinctively, wanting to call someone, anyone. But of course, no signal, not even a bar. I took a few pictures. Something inside me said this wasn't normal, and I might need proof later. The flash lit up the trees around me briefly, and for a split second, I thought I saw something move deep between them, a shadow slipping behind a trunk. I lowered my phone immediately. That's when I heard it. A soft, rope-creaking sound. Slow, stretching, tightening. I looked up. Above me, on a branch just a few feet higher than the hanging body, something else was wrapped in ice. Another shape, another figure. My vision blurred for a second, my mind refusing to accept what I was seeing. But the shape was unmistakable. A second body, frozen solid. I staggered back again, my legs trembling. 2 bodies,